Trevor.
And Juan, we got business to take care of after last night.
Yeah, Business Patriot Place edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. The New York Giants came into Foxborough last night for Thursday Night Football. They were defeated by our undefeated New England Patriots, 35-14. But the score seems very inflated. We'll tell you why.
It is inflated, definitely. Just because it's inflated doesn't mean that certain fan bases, the ones that's similar to ours, can overreact after what happened in a disgusting Thursday night game showing. When the wind was almost 30 miles an hour, it's just, I don't think it's very easy to throw a football around, is it? So for people to be worried about nothing pisses me off. But we're going to get into, the rant is going to get split up throughout the entire episode. So we're just going to start breaking stuff down, and then I'll start screaming periodically.
Okay, cool. Okay, y'all gonna piss this man off, man. It's be terrible. But anyway, so let's get it started. The first half was absolutely abysmal, similar to the Washington Redskins games last week. This first half was absolutely abysmal. It was 2 turnovers in the first 2 possessions. The first possession ended in a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and turned the ball over on downs. The other one, I believe, was the interception by Brady. I'm not 100% sure how that went, but yeah, it was just really bad. The offensive line can't block to save their life. Running game was struggle in the first half. Tom was making questionable throws. It was just a lot of everything going on over there. The defense still played well and everything. They played well in the first half anyway. They did the best they could. The special teams got a block punt. Chase Ninkovich went in for the end zone. Yeah, Winovich, yeah. Went in for the end zone.
He reminds me of Ninkovich. I was wearing his number.
I don't know. It's a very similar name. Went in for the score to go up 7-0. At one point, it was 14-0. 14-0 with the They scored by running touchdown, rushing by who scored yesterday?
For us?
Yeah,
Brandon Bolden.
Yeah, Brandon Bolden. It was a lot going on over there. I knew that Brady didn't do a touchdown pass there, but it would have been. But it would have been a touchdown pass, but it was negated. He was short of the end zone, so.
We gave up a 64-yard touchdown, Golden Tate, when Jonathan Jones decided to go for ball instead of tackling, and there was apparently no safety help. So that was right after we scored. Then we got sacked with about 5 minutes left to go, fumbled, and they returned it. But then we got the QB sneak with 38 seconds left in the second quarter, and is up 21-14 at half.
But yeah, it was just really bad blocking. This game mostly told us about us not having no tight end help whatsoever. Ryan Izzo can't block to save his life. I'm not gonna say he can't block to save his life, but he's not a good blocker.
No, he can't block to save his life.
Like he cannot block. Our left tackle position has really. We basically missed Isaiah Wynn because Marshall Newhouse is getting burnt for a lot of the plays. There was one play when he gave up, he got obliterated, and then they sacked Brady for a loss of like 5. It was like, damn, it was very tough, especially since the Giants don't have no pass rush, but they was getting to Brady. They were trying to get to Brady for the most part. Mm-hmm. They might not hit him a lot, but they would get into him for a team that doesn't have no pass rush. But offensive line definitely needs some help right now. They gotta do something. Receiving wise, I do like how they were getting Myers involved, but I think they need to get Jacoby Myers a lot more involved, especially since how we're so thin in the receiving core. Josh Gordon got hurt in the middle of the game. I don't think he returned after that, but besides that, yeah, very very thin on the receiving core. We can't rely on Edelman for all the time because I think he's still hurt from the Buffalo game. From the Buffalo game, he got hurt at. So I don't know. It's just that first half was very, 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 very concerning for me. The second half, we'll get that in a second. But anything you want to say, sir?
So that interception, the one that happened in the middle of the first quarter, it might have been the wind. I'm not entirely sure because where Brady threw, Edelman was nowhere near it. So there's no way in hell you're going to convince me that Brady just messed up the throw. That bad? No. Either there is miscommunication somewhere or the wind pushed it because, again, the wind was at least 25 miles per hour going on in there. So maybe it altered it. When I used to play football back in my heyday, we once played in ridiculously windy pressures, and that does affect it. I highly doubt I was playing in 25 miles per hour wind. I'm probably playing at like 8 and then altered the throw. So I can only imagine that what almost triple that will do to the ball. So as a possibility, I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's the only real explanation I can give. And miscommunication from Edelman and Tom Brady, which might be even more ridiculous because they've been playing together for years. When do they ever miscommunicate ever?
Very rarely.
Yes, I'm saying so.
It's not often.
Yeah, so I don't see how that's possible. So that's the only explanation I can give for the interception. So that's 3 games in a row he threw a pick. By the way, still doesn't concern me. I don't really care. He was never gonna be really in the MVP conversation anyway. He's won it too many times. He's old. People don't really care about this man anymore, so they're not gonna give him MVP. You don't really know how freaking voters work. So I don't really care about that. We got it going a little bit in the second quarter. Finally started scoring a bit. Look, our offense wasn't perfect. That happened 3 games in a row. The first time played against the second best defense in the NFL when they had something to prove. So why people are freaking out over that one game, don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. And the last 2 games we played are damn near preseason games. These are teams who are combined, 2-8? Something like that, right?
Yeah,
Something like that, right?
Yes.
So why take
2-9,
it
2-9.
2-9? So why take it seriously? I don't understand it. Freaking out over nothing. We have injury concerns, yes. We have receiver concerns, yes. We have all of that. Is 100% facts. But when we get to the home stretch, that's not a month from now. That's a month from now.
Yeah.
And we have a bye week within that month. So they will continue to get healthy. So what's the problem? These are all going against Patriot fans, by the way. It's not the other bum-ass fan bases. We don't care about them because we're used to their banter for years. It's Patriots fans. Our spoiled asses is what has me fired up because I've been hearing it all day and seeing comments all day from different places talking about how we look like shit, we're in trouble, this is that. What? Did you not see last year? We were worse last year. Much worse last year. And what did we do? Did we not pick it up? Did we not play for real against real teams? Did we not obliterate defenses in the playoffs outside of the Super Bowl, of course? Did we not do that? So then what the hell is the problem? What is it?
They do this shit every year. What was it? When we lost to the Lions in week 2, they said, "Oh, everyone overreacted."
Yeah, everybody had a freaking party, a big fiesta.
Like overreacting. Even our Patriot fans too, just overreacting. Like, oh, listen, relax. You know, it happens.
You know what I was doing that game when we lost? I went to sleep. I laughed, chuckled, brushed my shoulder, and said, "We'll be all right next week." And what we do next week? We beat the avalanche shit out of Miami. We were 3-0 at that time, by the way. And then we kept it chugging. Wound up being Kansas City right after that. Gave up, but probably gave up a Tennessee game right after that, I think. Then we beat up Green Bay after that.
I mean that game last year, the Tennessee game, it was just like they just punched us in the mouth, even though they didn't do shit for them. But punched us in the mouth.
I'm just saying that's what happens.
It happens. I mean, it happens. We get at least one game that we just don't show up. We just don't show up at all.
And then
that was one of them. Yeah.
People are exaggerating about this, but we only played one good team. Did I not just say we played the second best defense in the NFL? Was something to prove at their house? What did you think was gonna happen? And again, that was when the injuries started piling up. It just started happening. So we started losing our receivers that moment. We lost Isaiah Wynn, the week before that? Something like that. Julian Edelman got hurt the week before that. Our injuries started piling up at that moment. So how the hell were we supposed to be prepared to go to Buffalo when we just lost our skilled players?
True.
So what is there to be scared of? And did the defense not pick up slack? Yes, they did. What's the problem? What's the problem? We playing against the Jets. So you're going to freak out next week too when we go to MetLife? Well, Sam Darnold just came back, by the way, so we are not playing the same Jets team we played in week 3. We're going to play Sam Darnold. So you're going to freak out if we have a decent game with them? Are you going to freak out?
I mean, they're riddled with injuries too, but I don't know.
They're getting healthy now, though.
They're riddled with injuries too, probably getting healthy after that, but I still think we're going to make Sam Darnold throw the ball because I think we can shut down Le'Veon easily. Easily shut his ass down.
The line isn't fixed. They just got the quarterback back and a couple of defenders.
And then the Jets are still the Jets. So
I don't care if we win by 1 point next week. Don't give a shit. I don't care. We win. That's what matters. We win and health. That's all I care about. And then we play after that. Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
So we got a sophomore slumping quarterback who's coming to Foxborough for the first time to play against Bill Belichick's defense. Yeah, it's gonna be annihilation. Yeah. Regardless what happens off. I don't care what happens on offense. I don't care if we throw 3 picks and fumble twice. Don't care. We're still gonna win by 20 points, right? They're not scoring. And that's a good defense playing too. Cleveland has a decent defense.
Yeah.
So we might actually struggle for a while against them.
Into the second half.
Because their pass rush is good. I love me some Myles Garrett. So we're going to have to deal with that. So it might take a while. What happened yesterday and what happened against the Redskins might happen again. Don't freak out. It's okay. We'll be okay. And then we got a bye week after that, right?
Yeah, and then you have after that's the Ravens.
The Ravens. They suck too.
Then the bye week.
Because they can't stop nothing. So that's a game we probably going to wild out on offense. If I'm not mistaken, the last time we played them in their house, then we beat the Evernote shit. Was it 20?
Baltimore?
Yeah, at their house, though. I think that was at 2013. Damn, it's been that long since we played them at their house. M&T Bank? I think it was 2013 when we put up 40 on them. Because I think 2016, they were at our house.
2012, probably 2013 and 2012 probably.
So in 2013 was the last time we played them at their house. And we put 40 on them. Again, with that bum-ass offense. When we had all children and Julian Edelman at receiving course, beat the shit out of them. Now we're playing against this Baltimore team who can't stop anything and have a quarterback who shouldn't be playing quarterback. You're going to freak out then too?
Petty.
Hey, you going to freak out then too? Again, y'all need to relax. Y'all need to calm down. This is not a big deal. We didn't even go over the second half yet. When the beating began. Like, we are so spoiled.
We are.
It's insane.
Some of the fans there, like I said, it doesn't matter if you've been a fan for 20 years or 5 years or 50 years. It doesn't matter. It's the fans. It's the newer fans. Like, those are the ones that are waiting to hold up.
They're not crying. You're right. You're right.
I'm not gonna lie to you because you can tell a lot of these Patriot fans now only like Tom Brady, and when Tom Brady's gone, a lot of them will be going too. So I'm not going nowhere. Like I've dedicated time and money, and
my sweat, my tears, my emotions,
exactly.
My time,
the ridicule from other people.
My gray hairs that I don't have yet, but I have a couple of really light color hairs, so those are turning gray soon. That's because of this.
I'm not the type of person that be like, oh, I have a team in this division. Like, nah, fuck out of here. I only have one. We only have one. That's what we need. But that's true. You know what it is? The problem is, and a lot of Patriot fans, some do. Some Patriot fans get it. A lot of them don't. The ones that don't get it understand this, especially if you live in New York. Now, me personally, I hate the Yankees, right? Everyone knows I hate the Yankees. But they'll look at me saying that, oh, but how can you hate the Yankees but you like the Patriots? First of all,
that makes sense, but anyway, whatever.
It does make sense, but this is how I
get it. You hate a New York team, then you would like the Boston team, so what's the fuck?
No,
whatever. Anyway, yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying, though.
I don't.
The thing is that we're one of the most hated teams in the league. So when we complain about our team, people be like, "Well, they're not gonna feel sorry for you." I'm saying, "Yo, you think people give a fuck that we struggling? How our fan base is? They hate us. They don't like us. So whenever something bad happens to them, we're like, yeah, good. Fuck you guys."
You're talking about because they're both prestigious.
That's I'm saying.
I get it.
Exactly. When you win, like I said, when you win a lot, people tend to hate you. Say they were Golden State in basketball, but the Yankees haven't won shit in 10 years, but still they're the most winningest franchise in sports. I gotta give them credit for that. But you know what I'm saying? Us complaining about our team, people gonna look at us like, well, we don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that's been my life the entire time. I went to Hofstra for college, so that's Jack County. Oh, yeah. Every time I talk to them, I have to make them feel better about their bum ass team. And anytime I want to complain, I almost got into fights because they're like, you have no right to complain. I don't got a right to complain about my team when they're struggling. The rarity that it happens. But I can complain, but I'm not overreacting like some of the Patriots fans are right now. When I was complaining, that was back in 2013 when we were, that was a dark year. People complain now about being 6-0. So 6-0. We just came off a 21-point win, and y'all crying about that? Come on, bro.
My father always said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we finished going like a 21 unanswered points. Come on, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine right now. I'll take a win, especially with a win like that. I mean, what can you really say? You lost by 21 points. Now, it may have took us the whole game to get to that point, but you still lost by 21 points. Regardless,
it really didn't. They didn't score in the second half at all, and we scored 2 touchdowns.
If you really think about it, they only had one offensive drive where they scored. The other one was,
and that was off a 64-yard bomb. Otherwise, they weren't even close to scoring. The defense did what they do. This defense is ridiculously dominant.
Only gave up 7 points.
So why not write it?
Only gave up 7 points.
Yeah. This is the first passing touchdown they allowed all year. No other defense is close. Not even Buffalo is doing things like this. And they're the second best defense. Chicago's not doing this. They're the third best defense. They're not close. This is a special unit. So I don't understand. This is against the haters. It's not against the Patriots fans anymore because the haters talking about we ain't playing nobody, so this defense is overrated.
I can't stand what? No, this Buffalo fans say that too. Buffalo Bills fans say that online too, talking about that we didn't play nobody. But we beat you. Either. All right, that's true, but we beat you though. We beat you. So what are you talking about? Like,
but they didn't play anybody either.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you basically played the same teams we did.
They did outside of Tennessee. And Tennessee sucks.
Yeah, Tennessee sucks too. Well, they're my pick to win it. They were my pick to win the South.
No, they were. I suggest you change that.
I think I'm gonna change it, but they do suck. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get why they. There's no listen. I give credit where credit is due. Like I said, Buffalo has a great defense. They're great. They're really, really good. I have to show them respect for that. But offensively, they suck.
They're offensively challenged, yes.
They suck.
They're remedial.
What you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? Do I think New England can beat Kansas City? Yes. Kansas City's defense is worse than it was last year. Like, yo.
We're going to go through all that right now because I have my notes right here. Look. Look. This is what's wrong. These are the injury concerns. But that's one of the concerns that everybody's crying about, all the Patriots fans. Our injuries are piling up. Ross Gordon got folded in half yesterday. Thank God he doesn't need any serious procedures or anything. So he's going to be out against the Jets, I believe. But he'll be fine, thankfully. Julian Edelman, you can tell. Even though he killed the last 2 games, you can tell. When he gets up, you see his face cringing every time he gets up. He's still injured. His chest still hurts. Philip Dorsett is out. He was out, believe it was a hamstring injury. Isaiah Wynn, out. James Devlin, out. Rex Burhead, out. We have a lot of injuries. Matt Lacoste out yesterday in the first quarter. A lot of injury piles. That's what people are complaining about. But again, did we not put up 3 offensive touchdowns? So what's the big deal? Now, the offense. Because of those injury concerns, the offense got too conservative and too reliant on Julian Edelman. So that's a problem. So that's why I was suggesting the last few podcasts to get Jacoby Myers involved, which we started to. So hopefully this next Monday coming up, next game, we'll see him a lot more against a ridiculously bad Jets secondary. We should be fine. The running game is starting to come up little by little, so people need to stop crying about that. Sonny Michel is starting to find his little groove again. It's happening. So calm down. With this porous offensive line, by the way, which is the next concern. The offensive line is playing bad. It's not just Newhouse. The other guys, especially on our right-hand side, Cannon is not playing well at all. So that's a bit of a concern. We'll find out. But now we compare it to what we have to deal with in the rest of the AFC. What player in Kansas City do we have to be fearful for in their defense? No one. So we'll be fine. The Texans, their line is ferocious, but who do they have to cover in the backfield? Who do they cover? Who do they have to cover? No one. So our quick passing game will destroy them. What is there to worry about? What is there to cry about? The AFC, perfectly as of right now in week 6 of the NFL season, the AFC is easily the Patriots with these quote-unquote offensive woes. We don't got to worry about nothing. So again, stop crying. We have a kicking problem. I don't think that's ever going to change. So we're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, you have to deal with that. And that's what when the first possession, how they went for 4th down, I wasn't mad. I completely get it. It was windy, and like I said, we have had kicking problems all year, so I'm not surprised or upset that he went for it on 4th down.
I just thought we should have went for it just to get the bastard rest.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But, but I get it. But, we just have to take it.
At least he made most of the extra points yesterday. It's better than Gostkowski. Let me see what else I wrote down. It was a Thursday night game. Do you want to know how our track record is in our last few Thursday night games? The last 4, including yesterday. It's 3-1. We only lost 1. But when I say the games, you're going to understand why it's a problem. The first game in that 4-game stretch was against Kansas City when the opening game. When they hung 40 and on like 14 or 21 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When we decided to stop scoring, it was 28 all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the last 5, they scored the points in the last 5
When
minutes.
Kareem Hunt went ape shit. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Then the second game was a Thursday night game later on that season against Tampa Bay. The offense looked worse then than it did yesterday. But we won because they missed all their field goals, thankfully. We don't play well on Thursday nights. Now, let's continue. Last year, I believe that shit was Indianapolis. We didn't play that well offensively. There was a lot. Receivers were dropping balls left and right, and Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions in that game because of drops. We didn't play well against Indy last year in the Thursday night game either. We won.
They killed me last year with that shit. When I said that this was not a good game, people saying, "Oh, we won by 14 points." I'm like, no. No.
So then, but this is something to concern about though. Yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't understand that last year. I'm like, yo, we didn't play well against the Colts. At that time, the Colts like, what was they? 0-4, 0-5,
something like that. Yeah.
Before they went on that big ass run. No, I'm like, come on, like they were not good either. It was just. we didn't play well against them.
Yeah, we may be 3-1.
And they were injured last year, too.
They were. We didn't play Darius Leonard or none of them. Yeah.
Injured, too. So, what was the problem? So,
similar to yesterday, except we hung 35. And they only scored 14. I think we probably 35 last year, too. But they hit like 20-something, though. It was Andrew Luck.
Oh, it was 38-24.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And the rest of that came in the fourth quarter. The same way it was yesterday.
Like, I don't get it. So, that's our track record. We were 3-1 in those Thursday games. But did we look good in any of those games? No.
You could argue the Tampa Bay game we should have lost.
We easily should have lost that game. They missed 4 field goals.
Yeah. If Nick Folk makes at least 1 or 2 of them, we lose the game.
And if I'm not mistaken, in the last play of the game, O.J. Howard didn't look for the ball to score the touchdown to win the game.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's true because he was supposed to have it right there.
Yep.
He wasn't in position and ended up being incomplete. But we should have lost that game too.
Yeah. Now the next problem. We don't have any tight ends this year. Let's just face it. Unless we sign Ben Watson back, we got no tight ends. Matt Lacoste is injury prone more than I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. That dude got hurt like 3 or 4 times already, dating back to the offseason. I don't want to hear about that dude's name. I don't care about him. And Izzo's okay, but his blocking is god awful. So we're gonna have to put up 6 linemen to run now, which makes things obvious. But he can't block. He got destroyed 3 or 4 different times yesterday. It was bad. So we don't have no tight ends. So there's your concerns for our team. Now, like I said, those it. So again, now to the AFC, like I said, the Texans, no offensive line, no running game, no secondary. Linebackers are mediocre at best. They only have 2 or 3 people in the front 7 that can actually rush the passer. But we have a quick play passing game. So what we usually do to J.J. Watt is we shut him down all the time. So at what point are they a threat to us? Because we play them this year. We got to go to their house. What threat? What's the threat? We playing against Deshaun Watson. DeAndre Hopkins hasn't shown up since week 1. What's the fear? I guess our defense, against Stephon Gilmore and company, they're going to put up a lot of points against our defense.
And they had no running game either.
Yeah, I said that. They had no running. So where's the fear? Where is it? And they already have a couple losses under their belt. We will not be going to Houston in the playoffs. They'll be coming to us. What's the problem? Do you not see what happened to them last year when we played them week 1? We beat the hell out of Deshaun Watson for the first half at least. So what happened there? Now, Kansas City, that's the only 2 teams that we have. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally a 3-team race. Well, it's basically a 3-team race in the AFC because everybody else is going to lose in the wild card round anyway. So it's like, okay, whatever. Yeah,
we playing Kansas City. Their entire team is god awful outside of their quarterback. No offensive line play, no running game. Tyreek Hill's overrated as hell, so when he comes back, I don't care about him. We just clamp him up with Jonathan Jones again like last year, and he's gone. And the only person we did was Jarvis Kelce, and we locked his ass up too. So, what is the problem against Kansas City? We're going to annihilate them too. They will be slowed down like what happened on Sunday.
Let's be honest. If it goes to the playoffs, they're coming to us. They're coming to Foxborough.
Yeah, they're going to be coming to Foxborough.
Because there's no way, because the way that they've been playing at home in Arrowhead, there was like plenty of teams that went to Arrowhead and beat them out right there. It's hard.
I don't think people fear them as much as the fans swear to do.
Yeah,
the teams don't fear them.
They really don't. And I think that they'll lose in the game. At home, they probably lose to a division rival at home, sometime down the line this year, and lose the number 1 seed.
They could lose this Sunday. They're going against Houston.
Yeah. You're right.
So they could lose. So
I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna pay attention to that game the most.
Me too. Everybody is.
Because
that's probably the game of the week.
It sucks at 1 o'clock though. It's early.
I know.
It sucks at 1 o'clock though. They need to fix the flex schedule. But besides that though, the second half, honestly speaking, the Giants, like I said, the Giants defense played well enough. I mean, if you think about it, these Thursday night games are really bad. Not bad for the viewers. I mean, sometimes for the viewers, yeah, but having to literally basically shrink your playbook by like 2/3 of your playbook because you want to be ready for 4 days. So it's like it accelerates the process. It's kind of weird though, but the Giants defense played well. The only problem was Daniel Jones was very nervous early in this game. He was nervous, the big high-profile game and everything. He was very nervous.
He did look starstruck.
I probably was, but then besides that, touchdown to Golden Tate, which was lucky as hell, like that. They probably shouldn't have even scored at all if you think about it.
I won't go as far as say lucky, but I think it was more a bad execution by Jonathan Jones. Again, he went for a straight ball then trip. He should have just wrapped them up. But whatever.
But like I said, they just couldn't stay on the field. The offense couldn't stay on the field because good job of Patriots defense. And the Giants defense got gas. It happens. When you're on the field 40 minutes in the game.
Damn near 40, yeah.
Damn near 40 minutes in the game. Yeah, you're going to give up big plays. That big play that they gave up to the Julian Edelman, which put them in the 4-yard line, I'm like, yo, that could easily been a touchdown. Easily been a touchdown had he didn't catch it like what he did. But yeah, they ran out of gas. So, you know what I'm saying? And before I said Daniel Jones is only in this game because they made the commitment to put him in the rest of the season. They can't afford to take him. They couldn't afford to take him out of the game, put Eli in the game because honestly, it wouldn't have made a difference. But for the most part, it was a very interesting game. I think that it just showed us that we're not that good on Thursday nights. And honestly,
it was a frustrating game, but not enough to cry.
But I understand what you're saying though. It was just that this had to.
That's my only point.
Second half though, but second half they played very well. And then another thing that I was kind of like scratching my head was Daniel Jones kept on challenging Stephon Gilmore, like kept throwing it to him. I'm like, all right, I'm like, okay, he's not scared of you, but pretty soon he was gonna get him. He got him. I'm like, I didn't know how smart that was because like, you going to keep challenging the best cornerback in the league? Like, nah.
I don't know. I said that last night. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do. Whatever. Good. Thanks.
And everything, but the Patriots defense, even though they had one sack in the game, they can get enough pressure just to at least him may make a mistake. He made a lot of mistakes in this game.
That was the game plan.
And now he made a lot of mistakes, which we knew he would, and that's why the offense couldn't get going.
That was the game plan. Yeah. Belichick always does this. When he sees a young quarterback, he's gonna play straight zone and just keep you in the pocket and pressure you up. That's all he did.
A lot of people saying that we didn't get a lot of sacks. I'm like, listen, we don't have to. We have a rookie quarterback. If Dwayne Haskins would have played last week against the Patriots,
that would have been bad. He probably caught like 6 picks. I'm not gonna lie.
It would have been really bad, and then my thing, it would have been really bad.
It would have been almost career ending for him at that point. It was going to be really bad.
But honestly, Daniel Jones has nothing to be ashamed about. He played the best he could.
He made some good throws.
He made a lot of good throws. But my thing is that his offensive line is no better than ours. But they did enough. They did just enough for them to make a lot of tight. I noticed that they did too. Who was it? They had they made up a stat called
tight window
passing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I never heard of that in my life, and I can go on Pro Football Encyclopedia, and it's not even a stat. Like, they make up stats to make Daniel look good, but other than that, it was okay. It was just kind of concerning though. Concerning with the injuries though. That's what my main concern is. I just don't want injuries piled up.
It's not even a concern because no one is permanently gone. No one's permanently gone. No one's in IR for season ending outside of our bum-ass kicker. Everybody's going to come back. Or we have to choose. Apparently, we can only pick 2 people out of the freaking IR list to choose from. So we're more likely going to choose Isaiah Wynn and N'Keal Harry because that's the people we need the most. So Devlin's going to be gone for the year. But Jakob Johnson's not bad. I like our new fullback. So he'll be good. And then Gostkowski bum-ass is gone. He wasn't doing shit anyway, so good riddance, whatever. So we'll be all right. Stop crying about it. I can understand the frustration because I was frustrated too, but I was still fine. We'll be all right. And another thing before we end this, because this is by far the longest Patriots plays ever.
I mean, yeah, because it was a lot of concerns we had to address. So, hell yeah.
One more thing. This is for the haters too. Apparently, you're going to hear stupid-ass Nick Wright dumbass Rob Parker, dumbass Shannon Sharp, and all these stupid sons of bitches in the freaking source media, and the dumbass haters talk about Tom Brady's falling off the cliff now. Wait, so you're telling me that a dude who threw for 334 yards yesterday only messed up 10 throws, so he had a 75% completion percentage and got 2 touchdowns on the ground, because apparently people love when people run, so he got 2 touchdowns on the ground, sneak, and that's falling off the cliff. A guy for the week before that threw for 66%, 348, 3 touchdowns and an interception, is falling off a cliff. Mind you, he got sacked 7 times in the last 2 games. Keep that in mind. And he is falling off a cliff. He did have one of his worst games of his career the week before that against the second best defense in the NFL when we just got our skill positions player injured. Keep that in mind. On the road against a team who's trying to prove themselves to the rest of the league, saying that they're not fake. He had his third or fourth worst career game against them. Okay. And then the last 3 games, he's has thrown no less than 66% and threw 7 touchdowns and no picks in the 3 games before that. Where's the cliff? If that's the cliff, then I'm fine with him going off a cliff. If that's the cliff, he looks fine to me.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like people is just so afraid of Tom Brady. They're so afraid of the New England Patriots. How in 20 years, how you just dominated the league in 20 years. Mind you, if you want to be technical, there was a 10-year gap where we were just...
Or not winning, yeah.
Not winning, but you know what it is? No one seems to remember that. No one seems to remember that 10-year gap from 2004 to 2014. In the middle of that shit.
Yeah, people say we win all the time. Like, no, we don't. We had our problems. We have a dark age, too. Just because we won 10 to 12 games a year at that stretch, we still ended up right next to y'all in the couch at the end of the day. In February hit, our Patriots fans were right next to your dumbass fans watching Super Bowl. Now, us not being in it or losing. So we have a right to complain, too.
Another thing, too, which always bothered me, which really, really bothered me, it was mostly like, I don't know where I begin, because now you talk about it, and I was like, we're, like I mentioned before, we are a spoiled franchise. We're spoiled. A lot of us fans became fans between 2001 and now. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm one of those fans. Why? I was too young. I got into football. Was like 10 years old, 11 years old.
I didn't get into football till I was 15 years old.
So what the hell? I still have more than 15 plus years as a fan.
I have 12 years as a fan.
What the hell? So it really doesn't matter when you came a fan, as long as you're a fan, as long as you stand by them and don't just like bending shit when...
I don't see how you can be a bandwagon Patriots fan anyway. You know how much shit we get? The cheating allegations, all this other shit that be going on. How can you... I don't understand how you can be a bandwagon fan. Especially if you started around the time we started. I started in 2007. The actual first year of the cheating scandals in Spygate. I stood by them. I waited 10 years. Almost nothing. I waited... Let me count. 7 years to watch my team win the Super Bowl. I watched 2 losses. I watched my quarterback go down. I watched us beat trash. I watched the Baltimore Ravens spank us up and down the place in 2009, 2012. I watched the Jets. The most humiliating loss I've ever went through was that playoff game in 2010. I went through that shit. We have dark ages too. It's just that our dark ages is not 0-16.
Y'all just want Tom Brady to be gone so bad. You're like, let's give somebody a chance to be on the top now. No,
I hate
beat
that
them.
shit.
I hate that shit too. Yo, beat us.
Because that's not how the real world works. It's not people giving chances. You got to go take it. So go take it.
What was it?
Sorry.
The New England Patriots been to 3 straight Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. Well, beat them. Like, if you're so tired of seeing the Patriots on top, beat them.
Do something about
it. And then I can respect you. Like for instance, Philadelphia, when they beat us in 2017. All right, cool. They
did it. Good for you. Finally.
They did it. Beat us. But the AFC, we still run this bitch. We still run the bitch. Like, y'all kidding. What is it? When you have a team go to the Super Bowl 3 years in a row, that says more about your conference than anything. Like, yo.
You went to the AFC Championship game since 2011.
Like 8 years, going on 9 years in a row. going to the conference championship game. This is
And that's happening again this year. We were at the very least going to the AFC championship game this year.
That's because I don't see who's beating us in the division.
No one. Everybody fans like to say, the conference is god awful, and it is.
It is.
So who's beating them? There's only one team that has a small chance of beating them, and that's Kansas City. And we know they're gonna win their games, so they're not meeting in a division round. They'll be meeting in the AFC championship game again. Yeah, if they play. So
yeah, we'll get to that one later. But for the most part, next week we play the Jets, obviously MetLife Stadium. So, honestly speaking, only because it's gonna be a great experience. That's what I gotta say about that. But for the most part,
wink, wink, hint, hint.
Yeah, the Jets are terrible, and we should expect them to blow them out. And then after on Tuesday morning, when it's first taken ESPN, all the Patriots destroy the Jets like we knew we would. I'm like, so what happened? What the fuck you want us to do?
Ridiculous.
We don't make the schedule. We don't make the schedule. The NFL makes the schedule, and we just play who's in front of us.
I explained how the scheduling works.
It's not our fault that.
In like the first or second episode of Patriot Place, I already explained it.
Yeah.
It's not fixed. It's literally generated. You can literally take a team schedule, go 10 years into the future, and predict at least, I think, 13 of the 16 games. You can print out that schedule right now.
Yeah.
It all depends if the ones that are missing are the division winners from the year previous to that.
That's
it. It's simple. I'm lying. 14 out of the 16. Because you're playing one of those divisions, the AFC. So you can literally know your team's schedule, 14 out of 16 of them, 10 years from now. You can do it right now. Assuming there's no added teams to the league, which I'm pretty sure will never happen.
I doubt it. I think 32 is the max.
So there's no fixing, they always get easy. No. I don't understand how you could say that when obviously you don't know how the scheduling works, and then the number one seed in their division plays the other number one seeds beforehand. So you're playing the quote-unquote best competition. So if they suck, that's no one's problem but theirs. It's not our fault.
The second half of our schedule is we play all the good teams, or the quote-unquote good teams, or the first place teams from the year before. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. So, we're gonna be fine.
Stop crying about it.
In the beginning of the year, I said at the beginning of the year, I haven't seen that schedule. I said the Patriots have to win at least no less than 13 games, because that's how easy the schedule is. I said if they go 12-4, 11-5, I'm gonna hold up. That's crazy. But I don't fucking matter anyway, because the fuck go to the Super Bowl anyway. So who cares?
I don't care. Yeah, let's end this out because we can go 40 minutes. Damn.
This
was the rant episode.
Yeah, the longest Patriot Place episode we've had.
By far. I think it's double.
Yeah, it probably definitely is. But these people keep complaining. But, fuck the Giants, though.
I don't care about them. They're irrelevant.
It was just the ghost of over the years. Like, all right, fine, let's see.
It's because it was Thursday. That's why it was like, ain't no damn ghost.
The ghost of the Giants.
Whatever.
But anyway,
it's over. The next Patriot Place episode isn't going to be back out till, 2 Tuesdays from now?
Yeah, right.
2 Tuesdays, 2 Wednesdays from now.
Yeah.
Big break. We're going to our bye week.
Yeah, but other we should be alright though.
Yeah, we're gonna be alright. So, like the usual,
like, share,
subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on Spotify, comment. Like I said before, I will answer all comments now. I will not be ignoring anymore because I forget. I gotcha. Say anything you want, whether we suck, whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you have something to say about the team, whether we're wrong somewhere. Say whatever the hell it is you want to say. I will comment.
Yes.
I will not promise I'll be nice, but I will comment.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, with that said, see y'all around.